Train by day, Kyle Wigginton podcast by night, all day. Yeah, so Mississippi Gypsy made those.
Yeah, no, she did a really good job. She said that her mother made them whenever they were younger, so that's how she learned how to make them. Yeah. So yeah, I was saying it's 111 right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna get kind of strange starting off. Okay, so I have this theory, right?
Okay.
That if we're talking about dimensions, okay, we live in the third dimension, right?
Yeah.
We're moving through the fourth dimension, which is time.
Okay.
But we live in the third dimension. So if there was a higher dimension, as we kind of know there are higher dimensions, but so we're saying the fifth dimension. So if the fourth dimension's time, the fifth dimension is above time, right?
Yeah, and it couldn't be space because it exists at the same time as time.
Right. So fifth dimension is above time.
Right.
So if there was an entity in the fifth dimension that wanted to communicate with us, the best way for them to do that is through time.
Over time.
Over time, yeah.
Over time.
Yeah. So I have this every time every time I see consecutive numbers on my phone, I screenshot it. Okay. So I have this theory that if there was this entity and each time for it, time doesn't exist. So my theory is that it's leaving me a message that each time I look at my phone and I see these numbers, I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a screenshot of it. One day I'm going to sit down whenever I have time and I'm going to plot all these numbers out on a waveform graph. Okay.
But they're all consecutive numbers or consistent numbers.
Yeah. So like 555, 222, 333. I'm going to plot all these on a graph, a linear graph. And I'm going to make a waveform out of them. So a waveform like audio form. And then I'm going to play that back and see if there is a message in there.
That's going to be fucking wild. How long do you have to be immortal in order to receive the message? Or do you have to pass down the message coded up to that point whenever you shall pass?
Somehow you lost me there.
Okay, so well, if it's communicating with you through time, over time, it doesn't have any respect for your life expectancy.
I mean, maybe it does though. But
I guess it's your message.
So I guess I need to sit down and do it.
Yeah,
because I know I
want to see this.
Well, I know there are going to be times where I've accidentally waited for 111 to pop up, and that's going to be like static, right? Okay. So in all like wave functions, there is some static. I like that. So there's going to be some static. Yeah. But I know there's probably some kind of message in there somewhere. Yeah. And it might just be all fucking static. Who knows?
Well, I mean, hell, as humans, man, we are great at two things: is receiving messages and identifying patterns.
Patterns, yeah.
Yeah. So. You're off to a good start with the numbers. I mean, hell, especially if we're all on a matrix grid. I don't know if any numbers outside of 0 and 1 even matter there, but I mean, hell, dude, if this thing, I like that. Well, I was waiting for 111, so it's going to be static. I dig that part of it.
Yeah, no, it could be interference in the message.
Don't try too hard to receive the message; it will come to you. Yeah, I like that.
I mean, if I was in the fifth dimension, the way I would communicate with someone is by going, "Hey, look at your phone at this time." But like, who else? Because the pattern recognition thing, I love patterns. Yeah. Like I'm huge into pattern recognition.
We can't help but love them. Yeah. As humans.
With language, like, so in the Hebrew language, there's a numerical value for each alphabetic letter. Yeah. So if you actually take the number for mother, I'm probably get the numbers wrong, but I think the number for mother is 41 and the number for father is 3. And we're talking about the words mother 41, father equals 3. And if you add those up, you actually get child, which is 44.
Wow, that I didn't know that at all. That blows my mind.
Yeah, and it's that way across their entire language, the entire Hebrew language.
I have to talk to Jake Cosden about his people. Maybe that's why they're so good with money.
Does he know about the Hebrew language?
He's Jewish, yeah.
Yeah, gematria is what they call it. So if he knows about gematria, I would love to talk to someone about this because I stumbled across this like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and I've been into it ever since.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing. But I mean, you would figure that I mean, the ultimate value, I guess, breaks down to number. It breaks down numerically. I don't know what that says about us as people. I guess we were counting before we were really talking. To visualize something and be like, well, I mean, whether you had a number for it or not, you would recognize that was more than one. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I don't know what kind of sense that makes, man. I'm gonna have to do some studying on that. That's super interesting.
Well, another one of the cool things about this gematria and
gematria.
Okay, that's how I say it. Someone corrected me a while back, and they say it's gematria.
Gematria.
But potato fucking potato.
Yeah.
So anyway, in
Jesus fucking Christ.
Gematria. Yeah. So another guy I saw, he took the Hebrew version of Genesis. Okay, the story of creation.
Yeah.
He took that and he took the numerical value of Genesis. And he actually extracted the numerical value out, and he realized that he could make sacred geometries out of the numerical values of Genesis. And what actually came out of that was, I believe it's the tetrahedron.
Really?
Yeah, well, that was the sacred geometry that he pulled out of that.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah, it's like there are just patterns behind everything.
Everything, yeah.
That humans we're good at recognizing the surface level shit, but there are things going on that like are so big and so small that we can't even see.
Yeah, we're horrible in the micro and macro.
Yeah.
But we just don't have I guess we just don't have the capabilities of identifying with it. Numbers beyond 150 really we're kind of out of touch with what that actually physically means.
It's hard to visualize those things.
It really is, man. There was a few years ago. It's been I guess about 6 years now. That I had a really rough experience. Here was the conundrum. I was trapped on this object flying through space, right? So like I'm on this thing that I can't even grasp the size of. I can't physically comprehend the size of it, much less the size of the thing that it's inside of, that it is a part of. So I'm a very small part of this really big thing that turns out to be super small in the bigger picture.
Thinking about the Earth?
Thinking about the Earth, thinking about space.
Hey, was this a dream or what is it? What do you?
This was just. So I use ketamine for recreationally and therapeutically, and I had gotten a sizable amount of it, and it turned out it wasn't ketamine. It was a bag of poison that somebody passed off to me.
What?
And what it did was it really just stretched my space-time out. Mm-hmm. I mean, I lived a million lifetimes in these few days, but what the whole trip about it was insignificance is basically what it was. Like we like to recognize and harness and then exhibit our power as humans, whether that be a power over other things or just the ability to create things. So I was trapped on this ball that I couldn't comprehend the size of. I was flying through a thing that I sure couldn't comprehend the size of. But I am supposed to be strong and self-sufficient and, but I'm running around with this brain in my head that I will never understand the full faculties of. So here I am on something that I can't understand inside of something that I can't understand with something inside of my head with a brain that I could never wrap my head around. That was really the whole trip of the thing was like, I will never understand what's in or out of me.
That's fucking wild.
It is a fuck, man. It was such a fucking trip for me because that's what all I could think about was Carl Sagan, and how in Pale Blue Dot, he talks about sufficiently far enough. You can't even see the impact that we have on the earth. Mm-hmm. Well, hell, you get even less away from that and you can't even hear the impact we have on earth. It's it's just fucking nuts. Like we will never grasp any of it. It's like humans at Area 51 working with fucking aliens. It's like, it's so compartmentalized. It's like you can grab a piece of it, but when you do, something else is getting away from you. Mm-hmm. And man, I was like, fucking what? Yeah, man. Yeah, I walked the earth like fucking Cain for a long time, man.
This was poison that you took?
Yeah, it was. So it was supposed to be ketamine, but I don't know if you remember a few years ago when they had the whole ephedrone or methadone the shit going around with the bath salts.
That's what it was?
It was basically, so there was that shit that had those people in Florida eating people's faces off, right? Mm-hmm. And that was like a cousin to Molly. But it was a retarded cousin. I don't know if we can say that on there. It was an R-word cousin. And basically this shit was the bastard cousin of ketamine. It had some similar effects, but it wasn't safe. And it put me in a real bad position. I almost got arrested. I told somebody I was God. I threw a fuck. I turned a bar upside down over somebody fucking looking at me crazy because I'd asked them about a cat. Yeah, it was like, God, shouts out to the girl I was dating at the time. I don't know why she stayed with me through that, because I ended up face down in my boxers in the streets out in front of my house, man. Fucking.
How much did you take?
Well, I was doing a little bit every night.
Okay.
So, but the deal was I would do some, and then I would go into this dream state that I knew was what it was, and I would come out and I would be in my house. But if you do more than that, then you start getting real confused. And I started bringing shit that was in these visions into my real world. I couldn't separate them there for a little while. It was several days. I ended up having to go see 2 emergency room shrinks in like a week's time. Both of them, they gave me all the same questions, or do you feel like you want to do harm to yourself or anybody else? And are you hearing voices and all that? I was like, yeah, I'm hearing voices, but they're all mine. Yeah, they're all mine. Once I wash the fucking voices off of them that I'm assigning to them, then they're my voices. No, I don't need a therapist. I need an astrophysicist. That's what I need. I am Schrodinger's cat. Yeah. So please help me with that if you can. But nah, you tell an emergency room shrink that you need a astrophysicist. They're like, we don't know any doctors.
Put him in a fucking straitjacket. He don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, man. The second one, the first one that I went to, I was I'm getting fielded by a nurse, and I was like, look, I don't think you're going to be able to help me with this situation. She was like, well, I'm sorry. I did go to school for this. I was like, you didn't go to school for this.
Right.
I don't care where you went to school. If they were teaching you this and nursing, then something's fucked up.
Dude, some of the things you do experience when you take these like psychedelic drugs, unless the therapist or psychiatrist is taking these drugs too, they can't understand.
They don't. They just don't get it.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Someone was asking me the other day, like, what is it like to trip on mushrooms? And I was like, there's no way I can describe this to you, because you can't describe what sex feels like to someone until they do it.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the same kind of thing.
It really is too, man. I mean, I don't know what your familiarity with DMT is, but it is for me. The mushroom LSD experience is too much of a time commitment, and I get to a point in that where I'm like, this is me forever. But ketamine and DMT, both real short, lifespans on them. It was over maybe 15 experiences over a 10 or 12 year time period that I wouldn't even talk about my DMT experience because I couldn't articulate it. I didn't understand enough about what was happening, to put it into any words. And then one day it just kind of clicked, and I went, oh shit. Okay. This is real interesting. Cause you get people I started on DMT before there was all this talk about machine elves and fucking, you know, all these entities and shit. And I don't buy into that. Now, I don't buy into the fact that we go into our own mind and experience outside forces. I don't know. For me, it doesn't make any sense. I know that for most of us, when we hear voices in our heads, we are assigning a voice to either consciously or subconsciously assigning a voice to that thought so that we can hear it. However, I feel like we don't want to take advice or knowledge from ourselves. I don't think that we put enough confidence in ourselves to accept that, that eternal truth, if you will, you know, because we're all born with it. We're all born with something inside of us that lets us know when we're fucking up, when we're doing good or we're doing bad. We know those things inherently. So why put our mom's voice on that thing that's telling us, you know, the thing? It's inside us, man. We just got to rely on ourselves and know that we are the gods, and we are the you know, we are the things. We are what is shaping the world, and we are what is shaping the consciousness. And as long as we can rely on ourselves for that, man, I think if we, not to take anything away from God or anybody that, you know, believes in that, if that's what works for you, good. But if we can learn how to accept ourselves and the betterment of all of that, then I think we as a human race would benefit so much more from it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's what DMT told you?
Well,
or showed you?
Yeah, I didn't know. It's so chaotic. It's such a short trip, and it's so chaotic. It's like, have you ever done nitrous?
When I went to the dentist, I guess it's nitrous, right?
Well, yeah, it is, and different than what you would experience if it weren't for the precautions that they take, mixing it with oxygen and that. But so that is stretched out right at the dentist office.
I love nitrous.
Man, it's lovable, man.
It's the best fucking thing ever.
It really is. It's huggable. It comes in a tank. You can wrap your arms around it. I love it too. Unfortunately, I way beyond what I should have done with that. But so when you take it out of the dentist office, so it condenses that experience, and it becomes so short. You'll hear people all the time talk about, man, I was in this place and then boom, it was gone. I almost had it and it was gone. Well, that's the nature of nitrous.
Right.
So DMT, being such a chaotic world and so short-lived, is very much the same. Because if you weren't on DMT when you were in that world, it would drive you fucking bananas. You'd never be able to do anything. It would just be, you'd be in constant amazement all the time. So I didn't, given the fact that it was so chaotic and my mind is already that, I didn't want to like convolute it at all or predetermine anything that was incorrect about it. I took my time to get to know it before I said anything else to anybody else about it and what it was. And then, and since then it's like, yeah, there's definitely things in there, but your head is full of all kinds of ideas and thoughts and knowledge and fucking, I mean, it's all there. It's all just tucked in the crevices of your brain.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, for me, I love I don't dig on church. I've read the Bible. I went on that path looking for, some kind of guidance, but honestly, all it took was for me to, and I say all it took because I'm still living a bunch of third dimensional fuckery. But really what it took was for me to recognize the light inside of me and you and that girl over there and that dude walking right there. And then whoever's cooking at that dog, it's all the same light. It's it. And you can recognize it in anybody because it's you, and there's this crazy theory that there's only like 4 souls in the universe. And every time when you're not looking, they just change masks. And which is a crazy fucked up theory, but it also helps you the thing that I pulled out of that, the limited shit that I know about that theory is that, okay, well, if there's only 4 of us, then we know all of us. Yeah. And that's kind of true when you get down to like personality traits. You know, there's the big five. Well, if there's the big five, you just mix them up in any kind of way. And that is a person.
Yeah.
You know, that's a person. It's talking about adding value to to things. It's like there's the value, you know, we got 5 of them. You know, let's multiply that out. That's how many people we got.
Yeah.
You know, it's yeah, man. The psychedelics are and ketamine, you know, is not even really a psychedelic, but I think but it does give you visions.
There's a clinic in town now that you can go to.
I did.
You did that?
Yeah.
So I think I want to try that with ketamine.
Man, look, you said your brain works fast, right?
Right.
It's constantly moving. Try ketamine.
Yeah.
I got to the therapeutic side of ketamine doing it recreationally. I am very indulgent, and ketamine was one of the things that I really, really went hard on. And dude, when I went, so I go in for the consultation, and the doc was like, "What's your goal?" And I was like, "Betterment." You know, I'm trying to get better. I thought that I had lost the experience, or I had lost the ability to experience joy. Now, that is a hard pill to swallow, especially for somebody that's in comedy. You know, I can't experience joy. What in the fuck am I going to do now? Mm-hmm. What am I going to do for the rest of this? You can't live like that. And ketamine, man, it slowed everything down. It just slowed it down, and it put me in this bubble where it projected. Basically, it just projected the thing that I wanted onto, you know, it put it into a vision. It basically like turned it into like a Waffle House menu of like, here's what you want. And then it just worked it backwards. Here's how you get it. You know, but that was what it did. It slowed things down, and it put me into a place where I could just like stretch out and really, well, we were talking about the space time. It slowed my space time down to where the time didn't matter anymore. Mm-hmm. And I could take the time to study this vision, because it's not like, you know, it's not like an LSD experience where things are constantly moving and you're trying to equate the visual with the physical. This thing, you're in this thing and you're comfortable with it because nothing's pushing you. Mm. You know, those were the things that I found really incredible about both DMT and ketamine, was the intensity of the experience versus your comfort inside of it. Like with LSD, with your standard typical hallucinogens, I'm very prone to a bad trip. And I don't know if it might be due to anxiety. My mom's a huge worrier, so that might be, you know, genetically I might be predisposed to being a worry wart. But I get real nervous, and uncomfortable with I guess the changes in that world. I feel like I'm going to be there forever. Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a bad combo. Anxiety with psychedelics.
Man, you can't find the benefit there.
Right.
You know, you just can't do it when your mind is troubled. It is hard to be productive. And even if that productivity is just sitting still and sorting those thoughts out, you have to have the space to be able to do that. And that's what ketamine did for me, was it gave me that space. And man, it's crazy how like it'll just shift your perspective. Like you were talking about you've been microdosing for a while. Mm-hmm. You find a great benefit off of that.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing, man. It's amazing. It's amazing that we have access to these things now that, you know, I don't know how old you are. I'm 46.
37, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So you're not far behind me. Like when I was a kid, I was a raver, hardcore raver. And there's so many of the things that we were doing then that had touches of therapeutical administration in it, and then had been shut down. MDMA was one of those things. LSD was one of those things. Psilocybin was another one. And then ketamine had been in the medical, in medical use for so long. Our parents thought we were crazy.
Right.
I remember telling my folks, like, yo, there's something here. There's something to this. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but there's definitely something.
Yeah.
And when I went to the doctor, when I went in for my consultation on this ketamine, I told him, I was like, man, I do this in my daily life, and there is a place that I can't get without you. I just can't. There's a place I'm trying to get to the other side of this thing where I feel there is something beneficial, and I can't do it without either risking going to prison or having my girlfriend look crazy as fuck at me, because I'm laying in the bed talking some weird shit to myself or something. So
was he in the room with you when you did?
There is somebody in the room.
Okay.
Now they're not at this place. They're not, it's no kind of counseling. They're just watching your vitals and making sure that you don't go interacting with something too hard. Yeah.
There was a girl that was on the podcast, and I don't think she talked about it on the podcast, but after the podcast, cause she didn't want everyone to know that she had ketamine treatments.
Yeah.
But after the podcast was over, we were talking about it, and she said she went to that clinic, and she said when she did it, there was no one in the room with her. So it might be something. I don't know if it's something different, or maybe she
might not have realized it.
Well, maybe that. Yeah,
it'll get like that quick.
Yeah, it could have been the consultation too. Like maybe she told him that she wanted to do something else. Like maybe that's why he asked her that, or asked you that.
Yeah,
because like maybe they give you different doses depending on what you're trying to get to.
Well, he did. He definitely adjusted me. And I do believe that the fact that I was, messing around with it, recreationally, that he probably went a bit harder on me. And honestly, like the last time that I went in, I told him, I was like, Doc, this is the last one. And it was like the one I had before that when I was coming out. I was definitely interacting with something. I was interacting with a memory. I was telling it bye. But I was crying, and I remember that. I remember sitting there holding hands with it, and it's weird because I don't remember who it was, and I'm not even sure if the representation that I saw was indeed what it was, but it was more of a mindset. I have a hard time letting go. I took some pretty hard losses when I was young, that really impacted me real hard and have stymied me in a lot of ways. It put me at, it definitely makes me hold on to relationships longer and shit like that. So I was kind of just like letting go of this train of thought. And I guess I looked like I was getting up out of the chair, because the next thing I know, I had a nurse and a doc behind me, and it was like, I'm fucking, what's wrong? I'm fucking crying and shit. And so the next time that I went in, he was like, you seemed pretty into it. And I was like, well, yeah, but this is the last one. And honestly, Doc, I don't feel like I should have been going with that thing. I should have gone. I was like, we're really going to have to amp this up. And he did.
Why do you think you should have? Oh, you mean you should have stayed on the track that you were on?
There was still some things. I had not gotten to the root of the problem.
Okay.
It is more so what it was. It was like I was saying bye to people in my life that had passed, that I felt regret for, not for things that I had done to them, but for the things that I had cheated myself out of, not being with them all the way to the end of their life. Or not, maybe not accepting the teachings that they were giving me while they were here.
How young were you?
When I experienced these losses, or when I went to the ketamine?
No, when you experienced the losses.
I did varying ages. One of them I was in my late teens.
Okay, you were old enough to know.
Yeah, right. Yeah. My stepfather passed when I was, I guess I was 18.
Okay, I was thinking maybe you were like 6 or something.
No. I mean, my parents got divorced real young, and that was definitely traumatic on me. But once that happens, it's like your life's in such upheaval. But with living with a single parent, it's like you're either hanging out with other folks while they're working, or you're by yourself while they're working, or there's just a lot of shit going on that kind of takes away from whatever healing you need to do from the separation of your parents. So maybe that was the first one, because I still recognize the fact that I wish even though I love my stepmother, love her, greatest fucking lady ever, and I couldn't have asked for a better second parent, but like my stepdad, I had a lot of resentments against, and a super intelligent man, really a smart stand-up fucking dude, but because of my immaturities and my resentments, there were a lot of things that I didn't accept from him. His fucking parental advisory, one of them, right? I just didn't, I didn't respect it. I didn't. He wasn't my daddy. It was stupid shit. I should have just swallowed all that and accepted what the person was giving me, but I didn't. And then he got cancer and he died. Well, my mom has been married 5 times, twice to that man. That was the love of her life, and there's some things that if she loved him so much, then why was I looking at it all fucked up? Right. He loved my mom. He took good care of her. He took good care of me. And so there were things there that I regretted. And then,
dude, that's a better man than me. Okay. Cause that's something that I've struggled with in my own dating life, is at this age right here, I'm starting to date women that have kids. Yeah. Yeah. And there's no fucking way I can raise another man's kids. Right. So the fact that any man can step forward and do that, they get kudos from me, man.
Man, he really did. He had 4 kids of his own from a previous marriage. And so he had an older son that he got a little rough with. They got rough with each other. I mean, this was a grown ass man living in another grown ass man's house. I mean, his son was older at the time, and a huge motherfucker. So they would tussle from time to time, and my mom just wouldn't really let him. I don't think that he would have like harmed me, but as and I know we're not supposed to say this, but as a man, sometimes you need to get bit by an alpha male. Yeah. You just need it. We can watch dogs and figure out that, like, you bite them once and they probably won't do that much more. You don't have to hurt them. But like every now and then you need that. A person needs a slap in the face. Yeah. So that was definitely one. And I regretted the turbulence that I caused between him and my mother. I was definitely an interruption in their marriage. And then I'm sitting there, like, after he died, my mom's still living in Monroe, Louisiana, which is a dead end shithole. And I'm like, I want my mom to experience love and passion and get out of Monroe and da-da-da. Well, she'd already experienced that. So what a selfish little asshole I was being, And then I left home and was on the run from the law for a while. Well, in that time, I was dating a woman, and she ended up dying in a car accident coming back from here. We were coming back from a rave. We had been split up for a few weeks. and we were headed back home. I mean, Bonnie and Clyde style, like fucking, I don't give a shit. We going. And she died on the way home. We got in an accident, and she ended up having to be life flighted to Shreveport from Tallulah, Louisiana.
You were in the accident too?
Yeah.
Did you get hurt?
Yeah. I mean, that was the worst pain that I took from it, was losing her.
Oh yeah.
I woke up in a hospital, and Tallulah, the hospital, is about the size of this room. It's real little, so they've got like this, nurse's key in the center of it, and there's just like whatever 5 rooms that shoot off of it. It's not very big. And I got up and I walked out of the room. I walked up to the nurse's station and asked about my girlfriend. There was another guy that was with us. He was in the room next to me. So when I got to the nurse's station, I see him sitting on the bed, and they start telling me this story about how she went into cardiac arrest. They had to life flight her to Shreveport, and the whole day he's telling me this, and I'm just looking back at my buddy. And he can tell by the expression on my face that she's telling me this. It's just passing the information right on to him. And it didn't register to me that she had said that she had passed until the look on my face from hearing it registered with him. And then his look registered with me. And it was just like, motherfucker, I was walking at that point. You asked if I had gotten hurt. I was walking at that point. And then the next day, I woke up and I couldn't move. I was from head to toe fucked up, but nothing broken. I was asleep when it happened, and that I imagine that helped, but it threw me out of the front windshield. They said that they found me laying about 75 feet from where the vehicle came to rest.
Jeez. You didn't break anything?
Didn't break anything, at least that I know of. Now, like I say, that I can't believe that I walked out of the place on my own merit, my own volition. The next day, I couldn't walk at all.
Right.
I was on crutches. I couldn't move. So, and my ankles are still real fucked up from it. I was 21 at the time. And I still don't know if I ever, officially broke anything or not. Right. I was in a rib belt for a while because I, was having trouble breathing. Yeah, it was real fucked up. It was a horrible experience. So, and because of that, I hang on to shit. It was my stupidity, my immaturity, and my selfishness that made me break up with this woman that I loved. I mean, I loved her, bro. You've heard the song Scarlet Begonias?
No.
By Sublime? Dude, it was the song.
It describes it?
Man, fucking, yeah. Yeah, that was my dog, man. We were homies, we were lovers. She was fucking beautiful, and she was wild, and she was adventurous, and
she was ripped from your arms.
Dude, man.
Dude,
yeah.
That's a sad part about life. But I feel like there, like we were talking about, there's like 4 souls or whatever. Maybe you had to experience that to become the man that you are today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you and her would have stayed together, like you wouldn't be able to do the stuff you do today. You'd be a totally different person in a totally different area.
Yeah. Or, and I have that thought a lot because the wise man, whatever that might be in me, tells me that had she survived that accident, that chances are we wouldn't be together today anyway. So I don't know. And we were already broken up. And, now when she died, we were back together, but obviously it wasn't I was 21, so obviously it wasn't the fucking magnificent relationship that, people dream about. We had problems, of course. But for me, I deprived myself out of the last 3 weeks of this amazing woman's life. I deprived myself out of that. and you know, because of that, I was like, I'll fight every day. You know, I'll fight every day if we can hug at the end of it. You know, for me, it's like relationships are finding that person that you're willing to stick around after the fight's for. Right. You know, you got to have there's a couple of them you got to have. And so because of that situation, I'll stay in a situation that I shouldn't be in much longer than I should, much longer.
And you think ketamine helps you get over these things?
I think that ketamine helped me.
You didn't, but like there was no other psychedelics that helped you the same way ketamine did?
No, man. The other psychedelics, and that so ketamine, it's classified as a dissociative. So it kind of separates you from the ins and outs of the mental tortures that you might place on yourself because of these things. And it just kind of lets you view this thing. And it's like, yeah, is this what you're thinking? It's like it puts your wants and desires into this. It's the picture of the patty melt. You know, that's why I call it the Waffle House menu, is because it's all, to me, it is all envisioned.
Right. To me, that's, so I have different experiences with different drugs, I guess. So mushrooms help me get over some of the bad memories that I've had. And when we talk about like the dissociative, like stepping out, marijuana does that for me.
Really?
If I'm thinking about a problem, such as something like, you know, time and space, then I'll smoke some weed and I literally like step away and I start seeing it from different angles.
Yeah. And that's so valuable. I feel like to look at something subjectively or objectively versus subjectively is, I believe, a skill that not a whole lot of people, you know, in the population, so far as number wise, I don't feel like they have, for one, a real understanding of what that means or the ability to do it.
I agree.
You know, and the ability to do so. And maybe that was what I was missing the whole time. Maybe that is exactly what I was looking for in ketamine, is the ability to look at something objectively. You know, because I'll internalize all kinds of shit. You could be reading something and be like, oh, you know, oh, fuck. What is it? Well, da-da-da-da-da. Well, I don't do that. You know, so why are you? You know, that's not me. Well, I wasn't talking about you, you know, and maybe that's what it was that I needed to figure out how to separate myself from these things that I might be being unfair to myself about. Because really, when it comes down to it, that's what all of that was. The things that I felt negatively about, the things that I regretted, they were of my own doing. That they were all me. It didn't have anything to do with these other people and these outside influences. It was all me. Yeah, that's where we're at. That's what it was. I needed to learn objectification instead of subjective.
Yeah, and that's what it sounds like. And it sounds like it did work for you too.
Yeah. I mean, largely.
Like I don't know. The mushrooms worked for me on that aspect because I was holding on to these things too that I didn't realize I was holding on to. And something about the mushrooms unlocked that part of my brain. And then after it was unlocked, I was like, okay, well, now that I know it's here and I'm in a dark room, so no one else was around me when I was doing this. Dark room tripping is what I call it. But I was in a dark room and I went into myself and I saw all the things that I was dealing with and just let them go. Yeah. And I'm sitting there in tears too, crying. And once they were gone, it was like, it's almost like I was holding on to these anxieties and these past, like, I guess traumas, what you call them. They weren't really traumas.
Scars.
Yeah, scars. Yeah.
Putting some salve on them. Yeah.
Hold on to these past scars. And then once they were gone, like, it's like a weight got lifted off my shoulders.
Yeah, man.
And then I could be present.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's what all these things are, is you have your anxieties. Are you worrying about the future? Your past traumas, you're worrying about the past things that happened to you, which is keeping you away from the present moment.
Yeah.
But if you can like release the anxieties and the past scars or traumas, then you can actually be here.
Yeah.
And you can do things like this. Because like the reason some people can't have conversations and stuff, in my opinion, is because they're holding on to these other things and they're worried about, is someone going to look at me this way if I say this wrong? And it's like, fuck all those people. Like what you were saying earlier about us being just a blue dot. Like what, if I say, fat bitches, whatever on here and someone gets mad at me, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day,
fat bitches. Yeah. They give a shit.
Yeah. Who gives a fuck though?
Precious ain't liking it.
Like all they can do is eat me, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's hilarious.
But yes, so that's kind of like my mentality with all this stuff now is fuck it.
Yeah, man. Well, you kind of gotta be like that. And it makes sense to be like that. People say that that's a fucking horrible attitude. It's like, okay, well, what do you want? Do you want me to continue to make life decisions based on the experiences of my life up until now? Because if you do, then this is what it is. Because those traumas that we do go through, whether they be real traumas or whether they be over amplified shit that we blew up in our own head, it's like that all of that shit is subjective. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. That's subjectivity. And if I'm gonna continue to use my past to predict my future, then that's it. So, I mean, to be here now, the only way to do that is to let go of the past and the future. That's the only way.
Yeah.
The brain is such a thing to protect us from certain traumas and shit, whatever, suppressed memories. And, it's like, if I don't remember something now, it's like, okay, well, that's my brain protecting me. It's like, no, I don't remember that at all and probably shouldn't.
Well, I think that's what holy men were back in the day. They were the guys that released all the future anxieties, released all their past, and now they're whole or holy.
Holy. Yeah. That's interesting. Are you a Bible man?
No, I hate all religions.
Yeah.
And I'll say that proudly too. Fuck all you guys.
Yeah.
I guess the one thing that I would, kind of side with the most is, and I'm going to say yoga, but I'm going to use it loosely. Like I'm not talking about yoga as in doing the poses. Mm-hmm. There's a book I read called The Science of Yoga.
Yeah.
And it's basically about Hinduism. And so that's probably the closest thing that I relate to because, the Kundalini awakening.
Uh-huh.
So I went through this phase. I was 30, I think it was 33, which is a weird number to have this thing happen anyway.
That's the God number.
Yeah. So it hasn't been that long ago in my life, but I totally like flipped a switch in my brain. But what I was doing is I started reading this book. Mm. And for some reason, I started going outside and meditating every day by the Bayou St. John, because I was living in Mid-City at the time. And I would go out there every day in the fucking midday sun and meditate. For what reason, I have no idea. But I started like having these like weird like things happen, like where one day I was wearing my Bluetooth headphones and I could shut my Bluetooth headphones off.
With your mind.
By meditating. Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
And I was like, there's no way I'm doing this. I was like, there's gotta be a glitch in my fucking headphones.
Yeah.
And no, I started realizing that if I was fasting that day, then I had more like, I could do it easier.
Wow.
And then I became celibate during that time too.
That's the way.
So celibacy and fasting. And then the way I can explain it, and it's probably, able to be explained a lot better by someone who actually, understands these things. But I look at the body like it's a computer, right? It has a limited amount of processing power. So if my body is constantly filling up my balls because I'm ejaculating all the time, and if my body is constantly digesting food, then that's taking away processing power from other things that I could be using.
Yeah, definitely.
So whenever I shut down those aspects of my body and I go out and I meditate, I have all this like other like energy that I can push up into my brain. And if you look at any of the old Renaissance paintings, you'll see the paintings of like saints. They all have these golden halos around their head. Yeah. So that's the electromagnetic halo. or the Kundalini awakening when you get to that like level of spirituality. And I think that's how I was shutting off my headphones, is I was creating this halo of electromagnetic energy around my head, which was cutting off the connection from the phone.
Just wasn't able to get into it.
Yeah. And that I had, so speaking of DMT trip, this is what ended that like rain. Okay. I was outside meditating one day, and this was after like a month, and I was pushing myself to see how far I could take this. Yeah. So I had like fasted for like a couple days, and so I just drinking water, and then I sleep deprived myself for like 36 hours or something.
Dude, and both things are fucking difficult.
Yeah. So I'm sitting out there and meditating, and then all of a sudden, like, have this like moment of just pure fucking bliss, and then something hits me in the side of the head. And I was like,
Bluetooth.
I was like, what the fuck was that? Dude, I like got up and I was looking around. There's people jogging and shit, but no one like came and hit me in the side of the head. So I get my ass up and I like stumble back to my house where I was living. And I go inside and I'm still like thinking, what the fuck was that?
I got a fucking concussion.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what the fuck that was. And it was like my ear. Yeah. It was something like my ear was like hurting. And then I sat there for a little bit and my arm started hurting. And I was like, oh fuck. I was like, I'm having a heart attack.
I'm having a fucking stroke out here.
Yeah. I was like, I'm having a fucking heart attack, dude.
Yeah.
So
at 33.
Yeah. Ow. So I laid down on my bed and I was thinking, as my arm is going numb and my chest is like palpitating, I'm like, should I text someone and let someone know? And I was like, this is death. I was like, I'm dying right now. Yeah. And I was like, no, if this is death, I accept it.
Yeah.
And I put my phone down, and then my body did some fucking weird shit, bro. So my feet started paddling. Okay. My hands started doing these symbols, which I now know are called
gang signs.
Gang signs, yeah. now they're called mudras. Okay.
Okay.
So they're doing these like weird fucking symbols. I don't know what these fucking things are at the time. And I landed on this one right here, right above my chest. Okay. And then these black orbs started spinning above my chest.
Holy shit.
Dude, it got fucking trippy.
Yeah.
Black orbs spinning above my chest. And mind you, I was on nothing.
Yeah.
I was on nothing. I was
pineal gland, straight pineal gland.
What? So they do say that a DMT trip happens whenever you get, whenever you're about to die, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think what I did was I actually got to a state of consciousness where I released the DMT.
Yeah. Well, and that is the whole point of meditation is either to reach that, that kind of experience or a nap.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, that is at least so far as like when they talk about saturation, being saturated in, that experience, I got to feel that that's what that is. Either you sleep or or it's the projection of that. Because we know, we know that there are ways to trigger it.
It's just hard to do,
man. Like meditating.
It took me that fucking long. It took me a month's not really that long, but it was a month of like arduous
daily exercise of it.
Yeah. And
that's a lot of work.
Well, there are so many people that don't even have the luxury to do that. Like they have to get up and go to work, 40-hour-a-week jobs.
Yeah.
Like luckily with what I do for a living, I do have some free time to do these kinds of things.
Which is gigolo. Yeah.
That's, I get out and shake my dick every night. Meditate during the daytime and then shake my dick at night.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
So I like black orb spinning above my chest, right? This light is getting pulled from my chest. Okay. White light's getting pulled from my chest.
That's that energy, bro.
And I was like, I'm dying. And so my hands settled in this position, and then I started chanting, Om, which, mind you, at the time I didn't. Hinduism was like the farthest thing away from me.
Right.
The only thing I'd read was that little bit of that book, The Science of Yoga. When I started chanting Om, the black orbs dispersed, the light shot into my chest, and I passed out.
Damn.
And I woke up the next day and I text my friend who works in the medical field, and I was like, yo, I think I had a heart attack last night. And like, what are you doing right now? And I was like, well, I'm in the gym working out.
It's like, you didn't have no fucking heart attack.
He's like,
you'd be having another one right now.
Exactly. Yeah. So for like a week later, man, you could just see my face. Like I bartended here one night after that happened. And everyone in the bar was like, dude, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like you're
an obvious change.
Yeah. You're totally different now. Like we don't even know what's going on. And since then I've been a different human being.
That's what's up, man. And you said for the better.
For the better, yeah, 100% for the better.
Well, that's, that's great. I mean, most of us don't even recognize immediate improvements. We just don't, it gets clouded by other stuff. I mean, we know that something's happening, but it's like, we want to see these big, huge changes. And I think that's what all of those things allow us, is the opportunity to recognize, if not the change, at least the benefit of the possibility of it. Mm-hmm. This could be better if you just fucking listen to yourself. Right. When it comes down to, just listen to yourself.
I think it's getting even worse too, because of the culture we live in. We live in this culture that wants the immediate gratification.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's like we approach everything like drug addicts, and that's not the way. I think the internet has a lot to do with that.
TikTok, Instagram.
Oh man. Hey, with everything too, with the way that we communicate with each other, with the way that we communicate with our surroundings. We want 1 million viewers and, fucking all the followers, and goddamn, we want to be able to earn that in 15 seconds. Well, that ain't the way the world works. There's still a whole bunch of my life that's in shambles. Now, my life, so far as the way that it is, no kids, never married, all that shit is by design. But like, it's not necessarily by design. I never wanted kids and I never wanted to be married. But now that I'm older and I don't have, there are certain things that I miss out on in life because of that. Stability being a huge one. I live in pretty much a state of upheaval all the time because I have nothing like tying me anywhere. So It's like yes, the possibilities are wide open, but at the same time, I'm single. So if I fucking fall and break my hip, which is probably not going to happen for some years, but
you're on your own.
I'm either gonna heal and get up, or I'm gonna fucking starve to death on the floor. But it ain't gonna be no life alert. I'm not taking a second trip to the hospital. Y'all coming to get me once. That's it. That's gonna be it.
I do. So I've seen this with guys who have kids. I agree with you. Guys that have these kids who before they were just kind of like fragmented, like we were just talking about. Yeah. Because there's so many possibilities.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Fragmented. Yeah.
But once they have kids, it's like, okay, now I've got this to take care of. I'm going to grind for this now.
Yeah. And they become people who tell bad jokes.
Yeah.
But it's like, now that I am older and, I see my friends, having fun with their kids and shit. And it's like, and I'm good with kids. It's not like I'm, bad with children. I'm good with kids.
But do you really have a desire to have a kid?
I don't have a desire to have a kid.
Because I don't have one either. Like, I don't want you to feel like you're being.
No, I've never really wanted children. And I've never really wanted to be married, even though I have, entertained the thought a couple of times. For me, the kids was, it started off real young. I never wanted to put a child through the things that I went through. Not that I had a horrible upbringing, but man, when your parents split up, it's getting me emotional now. It is a hard thing to deal with.
Yeah.
You live your whole life going, well, what if? And there's nothing that can take the place of that. It doesn't matter. You could get another father figure, but how much of a father figure are they willing to be? versus what you need. You know, that man had already been a father figure to his own, 4 of his own kids. So to ask him to do that for me is a huge thing. I never wanted a child to feel alone. I never wanted to put a child up against the horrors of this world.
There's a lot.
There are a lot of them. I didn't want to leave the biological footprint.
See, that's the difference. Yeah. So if my one argument for having a kid is I know these genes should be passed on.
Right. I hear you.
These jeans, come on.
Especially these you're wearing today, man. I mean, hey, these are good. Those are good.
Look at this leg. I'm getting a little.
But no, you're a big, strong, good-looking guy. Yeah. You know, I mean, rightfully, the genes should be passed on. I mean, look at me. I'm blonde hair, blue-eyed. Man, I'm what Hitler.
He would love you.
If he were alive today, he would call perfect.
He would make you have kids.
Yeah, make me.
Yeah, he'd be like,
and maybe that's why I don't want kids because I don't like Hitler.
See, I'm getting in trouble for talking about Hitler on here.
Man.
I love talking about Hitler. And not because I think what he did was great, but I love questioning history.
He was an amazing figure in history. Huge impact.
You're going to get me in trouble.
Amazed. Not like, oh, he was great and amazing. Let's take the word amazing. You can be amazed at horrible things. We were all amazed at 9/11 that it happened, and it was a horrible tragedy. So now that we're on with that, Hitler did do some good things. Kanye had a point.
Ooh.
And let's talk about that.
Let's do it. God damn, let's do
it. Even if it wasn't for good, even if it wasn't for the purpose of good, and even if it was the only thing that he ever did, Hitler, at least he made it very difficult to rock that silly fucking mustache anymore.
Yeah.
Thank you, Adolf. Thank you.
Even though Butters rocked it in South Park, they put poop on his. Have you seen that episode?
Grand. There's nobody that makes fun of people better than those guys.
Oh, they're amazing.
But I mean, if Michael Jordan can't rock it, you know, and he tried.
He did, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
He did, looking like a super tall Nubian Hitler.
So I heard an argument a while back for it's fun to talk about. Let's put it this way. So if anytime you ask anyone if you had a time machine, where would you go back in time? They're always like, well, I would go back and kill baby Hitler. Right?
For what? Did you ever see any of his paintings as a younger man? Maybe. I mean, that's what we should have done. We should have supported him as an artist.
That's what they should do. Yeah.
They should have supported him. You should have bought some of those paintings.
So the argument that this person made, and it might be a comedian. I don't know who the fuck it was that I heard this on, but they said that, okay, think about this. If you go back in time and you kill Hitler, then now back in time, you're a baby killer.
You are a baby killer.
There's no way you can convince anyone that guy was going to be Hitler and he was going to murder this many, millions of Jews.
Wow. I mean, could you imagine making that prediction and then being like, I told you. I fucking told you.
But like, think about all the people today that murder babies.
Yeah.
Like, what if they're actually time travelers?
Well, what is our definition of murder?
Has that changed? Is it taking the life from something?
Well, I mean, yeah, it is taking the life from a living, breathing human being.
So that is murder. So if you murdered a baby,
which I'm not necessarily opposed to, what the baby do?
Well, I think you just have to make it look like an accident.
It's got to be a murder suicide. If you're gonna do it right.
No, you don't. You just make it look like an accident. Either that or you eat the evidence.
And we know out of all of the human meat, baby must be the best.
Oh, it has to be the most tender. It
has to be. I mean, come on. We know that if you rough up a cow, it's going to make your steaks taste shitty. Right?
Right.
I mean, I can't imagine a weathered, grizzled adult. That's got to be tough.
Can you imagine baby foie gras?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how they make foie gras, right?
Squeeze it from the neck
down. Oh my God. Dude. Oh, wow.
Grab it by the neck and squeeze it.
This podcast, one day when they arrest me.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, we knew you were a cannibal.
Yeah.
Like we've listened to your fucking podcast.
One interview.
Yeah. Oh, no, I talk about it way too much on here, bro.
Man, I kind of want to talk to a cannibal, but I mean, not just like a dude who ate some meat. I want to talk to like a motherfucker who eats people.
Like a tribe of cannibals.
Yeah. Let me get the group consensus on what this flavor actually is. Because if it tastes like frog legs.
No, pork.
Okay. So if it tastes like pork, then I am all right with eating humans.
That's what the cannibal tribes say. No, literally, they've asked cannibal tribes this, and they say it tastes like pork. Yeah.
Not chicken.
Yeah, they call it shit. There's a term. No, it's actually
big pig.
Well, that's so. Is that what they call it?
I don't know.
I think it's something like that. I forgot the term they use, but it's something like pig. Yeah. But if you think about it, we actually test our medications and stuff on pigs because their organs are closely related to us too.
A lot of the same systems. Yeah.
Yeah. So it makes sense that it tastes like pork.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that have similar systems. Yeah, I mean, octopus have like the same serotonin uptake system that we do, which is fucking insane.
Yeah,
it makes you wonder, like, how does that affect them? Because like us, we get certain serotonin and dopamine responses from certain interactions, hugs, and all those things from, but fucking octopus are solitary creatures. They come across another octopus and they will fucking kill it. They kill it. Oh. So what is their serotonin system for? Well, scientists figured, hey, what affects our serotonin system? Well, ecstasy, that affects it. Let's give these octopus some ecstasy.
Get the fuck out of here.
Straight the fuck up, man. And what they found out was that these octopus, which are normally solitary killers of other octopus, they will, when on ecstasy, seek out other octopus, apparently just for their company. And they like techno music.
What the?
Yeah, man. I don't know if the techno music part of it is right, but yeah, they will seek out other octopus, apparently just for the social aspect of it, and even try to cuddle with them on occasions.
So what's the point of them in why even have them in the first place?
I know.
So that brings up the show The Boys.
No.
It's about the superheroes. Like, what if superheroes actually existed?
Yeah.
And it's like a realistic thing. Like, if there was actually a guy who could shoot fucking lasers from his eyes, he would just fucking blow people up.
Yeah.
Because that's what you would really do.
Yeah.
But there's also...
And he's got Tourette's, so like...
Yeah. There's a dude that runs really fast, right? He has like flash type speed, and he like, when he's running, he hits people. And they fucking explode.
Hell...
It's a real show, yeah.
I gotta see this.
There's another guy who is based off of Aquaman, right? And he has a relationship with an octopus. Like, the octopus literally gets out of the tank and starts blowing him. Yeah. The octopus is blowing him.
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking
about. You're not getting away from me, big boy.
Yeah. The whole time you were talking about that, I was like, fucking octopus is blowing this guy.
Yeah, it's so weird, man. It makes you think about that other octopus, though, that's not on ecstasy.
Oh, they only gave it to one.
Fucking here comes this dude again. Man, he's going to start some shit. He's always starting shit every day because he's bigger than me.
Maybe he's
always trying. Wait a minute. Why is this dude trying to hug me? Hold on.
Yeah.
It's got to be odd, for the other octopus.
Well, yeah. I mean, think about humans. If you're one human's around another human that's on ecstasy, it's kind of weird for them too. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. And especially if you don't even know what ecstasy is, you just know that your buddy's acting strange.
Yeah.
You're like, fucking dude, somebody needs to do something with your serotonin system. Man, they did glow sticks in every arm. Like
they should re-simulate this with the cannibals. Go give a few of them ecstasy.
Yeah. Be like, I came over here to eat you, but I think I just want to play this fucking dance tune. And fucking, you got any glow sticks over here, man?
Jeez.
Need a hug. Yeah, man. I would like to talk to some cannibals.
Like a modern cannibal, though. Like not one that
hadn't been caught yet.
Yeah, like some of those tribes, I feel like you talk to them like.
See, and all that means to me is fucking good job or something. I don't even know what that means. The whole clicking thing is crazy. But I mean, dude, like, so if you're a cannibal tribe, you've got to be fairly isolated, right?
Yeah, you got to live on your own tribe.
So
or live on your own island.
So you've probably eaten all the people that are like just coming around. Like you got to start eating neighbors.
Well, I would say you're probably eating your own people. Like if someone dies, like meat is scarce. So you're like, okay, well, they're dead now. Let's consume them.
Why are they dead though?
Well, people die of old age, right?
Well, they do. Very few, I would imagine, in tribal settings.
Maybe they sacrifice.
It's like, well, we know that a lot of that used to happen for sure.
Yeah, the Mayans, right? And Aztecs.
Oh my God, dude, they found all kinds of kids over there, right? In those ruins, they found all kinds of all kinds of evidence of babies.
You think they ate them too? Or you think they just tossed them out?
I mean, so the Mayans, they seem to be more blood sacrifice, right? They weren't like a pillar of fire type of sacrifice, huh?
Right.
I would think that they, I don't know. Can you eat a gift to the gods? Can you eat an offering? Were the Mayans even cannibals?
I don't know.
I'm not sure about the Mayans. There have been cannibals in previous times. Now when we hear about cannibals, it's always one dude. It's one dude, and he was like, dabbling. He was getting into it.
Maybe that's why it's illegal, because it tastes good.
It's too good.
Yeah.
It's like heroin. Ugh.
So when you look to the sea,
now I just want some baby.
Well, dude, when you look to the sea, right? They study the nutrient density and the mineral density of the animals there. Mm-hmm. The higher up the food chain you go, the more mineral and nutrient dense the meat is.
Right.
So
that makes sense.
If you think about the land animals, we're the highest on the food chain. Therefore, our meat must be the most mineral and nutrient dense meat on the planet.
But also, like I was saying earlier, if you rough up a cow, it'll make your steaks taste shitty. Mm-hmm. What kind of stress hormones have we released into our bodies over this much time? Even you at the young, ripe age of 37?
Think so, yeah. So what
you're just a baby. You're still a baby. I bet you are delicious.
Probably so. Like these muscles might be kind of tough. Yeah. What you need is a breast milk fed baby.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the most delicious thing there is.
I agree. Or a grass fed free range toddler, maybe.
So vegans. I bet vegans taste good.
And see, I bet I would like to say, we need to find somebody that's willing to feed a baby Twinkies from birth.
Okay.
Like it doesn't have to start off with whole Twinkies. It could be just the cream.
Right.
Yeah. You see where I'm going with this. And then we get another one that's like, this one eats Sprouts, or Sprout juice starting off. But yeah, follows that line all the way up. Now this thing is like we can have one sponsored by Little Debbie and one sponsored by Whole Foods.
Okay. Realistically, and I say realistically, but actually hypothetically, if someone was, because there's like this whole what do they call it now? It's whenever you want to get one of your arms chopped off. It's like a new trans movement or whatever, trans amputee or something like that.
Yeah.
So if someone,
amputism.
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
But if someone was gonna get their arm chopped off and they were like, "Look, I'm gonna donate my arm to you guys," would you try it?
If they were, like I donate this to culinary research. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd eat the fuck out of it.
You heard it here, people.
I would eat it. I would eat this lady's arm just based on the way that it swings.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about what I would eat on that lady.
I'm talking about what she would. I'm not. She.
Left butt cheek. I think that's what would be nice on her.
Well, the right one looked pretty tasty.
I think that would probably be a nice cut of meat. What cut of meat do you think is good?
Well, rump roast.
Yeah.
Of course, it's got to be rump roast. It has to be. We're already eating ass. You think rump roasted and the fucking the immediate move there? It's like that's where we're going. We're familiar with this.
That was the girl that I was just dating. She asked me that question one day. She's like, because we were talking about cannibalism. Mm-hmm. You almost have to talk about cannibalism if you're going to date me.
Yeah.
Just part of it.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Like I'm not ever going to actually eat anyone, but I love to talk about weird ass shit.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're talking about cannibalism. And she's like, if there were a part of me you were going to eat, what part would it be?
They'd be like, you're a pussy.
But I was thinking, I was like, that's legal to eat. Okay?
Yeah.
But I was like, I think the butt, that would be the place to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like chop a cheek off and fucking throw it on the grill.
Yeah, you don't even have to dig deep. You just cut it at surface.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's got to be good, man. It's
no bone
good.
Or anything.
Ladies, keep those squats up. Keep doing those squats. We need all the rump roast that we can get for the future. Yeah. Yeah. Kyle's hungry often. So that dude's ass I would not eat.
No, you don't want to.
But see, that's the thing is when I'm looking at humans from a meal perspective.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at male or female.
Okay.
I'm not looking at male or female. It's like you might have a nice ass, but is that a delicious edible ass?
Is that a juicy booty?
Yeah. Because like I mean honestly, I want one that it is evenly fat and muscle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think that it's important there. I mean, normally you would want less fat than muscle, but not me. I want that meat tender. When I pull that thing out of the pot roast, out of the was it the fucking crock pot? This is a crock. Yeah. When I pull it out of the crock pot, I want that shit falling off the bone that would be in it. Yeah.
I love that no one knows the chaos that goes on here as this podcast is going. We're just sitting here sizing people up as they walk by. That one over there, I bet that's a nice.
I bet that bus is full of fucking good meals.
Oh my God, dude. 100%. I mean, some of those
people don't even really walk a whole lot.
The girl right there, I bet she tastes delicious. Can you see her walking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how good she would look prepped, like rubbed down with like some thyme and a little paprika. Some olive oil.
Is that what you'd put on your human?
I would stuff the butt with garlic cloves.
Garlic. Gotta have garlic.
And rosemary. And that I would do.
See that little white boy over there? He's a really good musician. His name's Zach Smallman.
So he can play.
Shout out Zach Smallman.
He can play the dinner music.
He could.
We could have it right here. It can be candle lit.
Changing the subject. Okay.
Man, I'm really looking forward to this dinner.
No, I mean, do you know how many people I've had that are like, and I could almost start a cult now. Okay.
Yeah.
Of cannibals. Because there are so many people that we come in here and we start having this conversation. And by the end of the conversation, they're like, I think I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they don't say it to everyone in the group because everyone in the group's always like, oh, you're so fucking crazy. Why would you never eat a human? But after it's over, every single one of them comes up to me and they're like, hey.
They're like, yeah, I'm really looking at Playboy a lot differently.
Yeah. Like if you ever get some of that human meat, hit me up.
Yeah. Hey man, if you know a guy, I know a guy. He works at a deer processing facility, but in his off time, yeah.
We had an organ meat night one night. This is one of our buddies from Pakistan. He was like, "Yo, we eat organ meats.
Mineral rich.
Yeah." He's like, we should all have an organ meat night. We're like, sure, cook us some organ meat.
Yeah.
So we got heart, lungs. No, hearts, kidneys. Liver. I think it's liver. And then
tongue.
No, not tongue. It was brain.
Ooh.
Yeah. So he made brain and scrambled eggs.
From what animal? Is all beef or
a goat?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Brain and scrambled eggs. And then he made a stew out of the heart, liver, and kidneys.
Shit, yeah. I bet that was delicious.
It was so good.
I bet. Man, organ meat, a lot of people are weirded out by it, but it really is delicious and good for you.
The texture of the brain and eggs was a little funny because brain is just like eggs.
Yeah.
It's it's crazy. So like when you're eating it, you're like, what?
It really is. It breaks apart the same way. It does. Yeah.
But dude, the organ meat stew. Oh my God. I had to go back for thirds.
Man, I like that sounds, I mean, to me as somebody like I came up eating like, you know, chicken liver and beef liver and shit like that. So I don't mind textures and tastes. I like them when they're a little odd. I'm a huge fan of liver. That stew sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it really does. It's like, you know, I mean, same with like blood sausage. People are weirded out by that. I think just because it's, you know, blood's in the name. We know that it's made with blood. Fucking get over yourselves, man. We're just fucking, we just eat animals a little differently than we used to.
Yeah. I mean, if you go to other countries like that, those things are delicacies over in other countries.
Yeah.
Like we,
monkey brains right out of the fucking using the skull as a bowl.
Dude, I saw that shit on, I think it was Faces of Death. Yeah. You seen this shit too?
Oh, yeah.
That scarred me. They using the little fucking hammers clubbing over the head.
A little oyster fork.
Oh my God, dude. I was like, why am I watching this?
Yeah. Like everything's peaceful on top of the table underneath. It's just a monkey going. Yeah.
I'm like fucking 12 years old. They let me rent this shit at the video store.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Yeah, you could rent them. That's fucking nuts too, man.
They had like volume 1 through 36 too. Yeah. I'm like, what the hell,
and dude? A few years back, I was rolling through Texas. I stopped at a truck stop and I saw the whole collection. The whole fucking Faces of Death DVD collection. I was like, I didn't even know these made it over to DVD. But yeah, they had all of them. I should have bought them. I can't believe that I didn't. Honestly.
You definitely should have bought them.
I definitely should have.
Because I would be interested in, and I don't know why I'm even saying this, but I want to watch them again.
Because they're fucking fascinating is why you want to watch them. And I remember being a kid and watching those. I'm sitting sitting on the floor in my living room watching this while eating with a fucking TV tray over my lap, and my mom just being like, "How are you doing this?"
Your mom watched too, though.
She didn't really watch, but she saw enough to know what was going on, and then saw me eating at the same time,
right? And
was just like, "This child's definitely disturbed."
So my mom is just now learning about me watching Faces of Death right now.
Yeah.
Paid the $2.
She thinks this is Faces of Death.
She paid her $2.50 for me to watch Faces of Death. Yeah,
that's great. That's great, man.
Yeah. And so how rich do you think you have to be to club a monkey over the head and eat its brain?
I don't know that you have to be. I think you just have to be Balinese.
Ah, is that where they did it at?
Well, no, I don't know that that's where they did that at. I just know that they have a lot of monkeys, and those monkeys, particularly the Balinese monkeys, are shitheads. So if you're going to club a monkey and eat its brains, I would figure that would be ground zero for fucking such an adventure.
There's a big monkey sanctuary in on the North Shore. Did you know this?
No.
Fucking huge. It's like acres. They have like 500 or more monkeys over there.
Can huge. You go there?
I don't know. Like I know one of the monkey scientists, whatever the fuck their names are, primatologists.
Yeah.
I know one of those that actually works with it. They come in the bar quite often. I'll ask her the next time she's in here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell her what our plan is.
I'm gonna go feed Tootsie Rolls to fucking monkeys all day long.
Oh well, I'm not gonna tell her my plan. My plan is
to eat a monkey,
eat the brains.
Like I'm just gonna eat it there.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, here, put this over its little throat.
Like, yes, I'm here for dinner. I have a reservation for 2.
You didn't just come to pet the monkeys?
No, we only do tours here. Yeah, that's when. Yeah, we know. Yeah, man, I would like to do that, dude.
You're looking at it like, I want that one right there.
I'm so fucking fascinated by monkeys, especially right now. And yes, it's because we are related to them, but we're watching them enter the Stone Age.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And that's so what I'm excited to see really is how fast these things progress. Now that they are making spears, they're busting rocks to make sharp edges, to sharpen spears, to hunt other animals for food. They've got this great fucking picture now. I don't know when this came out, but it hadn't been very long. It's a orangutan hanging on a branch over a fucking body of water using a spear that it sharpened to fish.
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing. It's it is, for years you've heard people say, argue evolution because we don't see it.
Right.
We're not seeing it happen. Well, guess what? We're fucking seeing it happen. So shut up, find a new argument. I am interested to see with the rate of the rate of growth of technology, because like every technology should double. Yeah. And it's whatever life of improvement, I guess.
Exponential growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how fast is this going to happen? Because it's going to answer a lot of questions for us. I say it will. Some of what they are going through has been spawned by us, assisted by us. But
That's a good point, though.
It is such an amazing thing. It's like, I don't know that it matters what sparked it, because like we have the theory that mushrooms might have sparked the growth in consciousness for us, but we're seeing these other primates, we're seeing them start to put the 2 and 2 together. Like, oh, well, we did this with this thing. Can we do it over here? And the information is transferring from one thing to another.
So there's a cool experiment. It's in the same line of this conversation here, where these guys, they found a secluded island, right? Mm-hmm. So they were doing a study of these monkeys, and they were like basically observing them from a distance. Forgot what the actual term for that is, but so they're not influencing this in any way. They're just watching the monkeys, and they noticed a behavior from the monkeys, and they're just like in the remote fucking jungle, so they can't even publish their research without going back to land to do this. So they're watching these monkeys, and they realize this one monkey, a younger monkey, figured out that he could take a rock and he could crack these oysters with this rock. Yeah. And this may be one of the things you were talking about. Yeah. But he's cracking these oysters with the rocks, and then all the other monkeys,
they watch him.
They start watching
monkey
him.
See monkey do.
And they start doing the same behavior that he's doing. Yeah. Well, so they notice this, and they go back to like tell these other researchers, hey, we observed this. So they go and they go to tell their colleagues, and their colleagues are like, holy shit,
we got to kill these monkeys.
No. The colleagues are like, we observed the same thing over here.
Yeah.
And it's like, how are these monkeys? They're totally disconnected, right?
Right.
But it shows that there is something connecting us at an underlying.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So maybe they were learning from the behaviors the other monkeys are figuring out at the same time.
Yeah. Well, parallel thought. If you have brains that are limited by its experience, because that's what it is. That brain is limited by instinct and experience. Well, learning to build on that experience and stray away from instinct, that's the mental progression. Mm-hmm. Because then you start to develop cognitive thought, that you can transfer. It's like, what next? Okay, it's either writing or speech. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
That's the preservation of said knowledge. Man, yeah, it's weird that we are in such a place like that, because we're at the same time, and here's the conundrum of humans, is at the same time we are watching various troops of primates figure themselves out, orient themselves in the Stone Age world, while at the same time on the other side of the planet there are a troop of chimpanzees that we are guarding around the clock with military force so that we don't drive them into extinction. Yeah. In the Congo, there's a group of chimpanzees that because of poachers, they are looking at becoming extinct. They're in great danger of it, as a matter of fact. So fucking there are African military troops surrounding them with machine guns all the time.
What's the point of killing them?
Well, they're not
like, people don't eat them, do they?
So, what's up, girl? I mean, poachers do all kinds of shit with all kinds of parts of the monkey. We know that the Chinese have a huge market for any kind of bones that you can crush up and make the dick hard with. Like they love some bones of exotic animals. I mean, rhinos, watching rhinos go into extinction, or white rhinos go into extinction over, is it the white one or the black one? One of the two.
They're horns, right?
Yeah, over they found the last one of these rhinos dead in the jungle where I guess the Sahara, wherever the fuck the rhino was, but all it was missing was the horn on the nose.
The shit humans do for an erection.
Dude. And who even knows if that works? Who even knows if that works? And if it does work, God damn it, there's got to be 100 other fucking things. You want to kill the last one of these rhinos over a fucking nose or a snout?
Viagra, right?
Holy
like, why not just ship
man.
him some fucking Viagra?
Fucking rhino. Like, holy shit, man.
So here's another argument about your monkey, evolution theory. Is that what if these monkeys are evolving right now? We're watching it happen. And we're also on the brink of World War III.
Yes.
Which could annihilate all humans this time, right?
Yeah.
So think about it this way.
God.
What if we launched nukes all around the world, okay? And like, we'll say 99% of humans died with only like 1%, able to survive on that. What if that 1% could somehow get to these monkeys and kind of give them mushrooms and kind of kickstart their evolution, and then you have another cycle of what we're living through right now happen? So those monkeys just basically evolve back into us, and then we annihilate ourselves again.
Here we are on another cycle.
Yeah, the entire cycle just keeps happening.
Wow. So, son of a bitch.
Because think about all the monuments and shit, like pyramids. Like, we don't know how those those were created,
dude. Well, the fact that we're finding out that people just moved into them.
Yeah.
Is mind-boggling. The discovery that the Amazon is really just growing over gardens.
Yeah.
Mind-boggling.
It's a dangerous street to have a podcast on.
It's mind-boggling.
It's mind-boggling.
It is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
This is probably
these are our monkey brains. Our monkey brains are going.
Man, I'm ready to see it. But it tells me, it tells a lot when saying that we are watching apes flourish on one side of the planet, while on the other side of that planet we're having to guard them from ourselves. Because when I talk about humans, and you'll notice this a lot about me, when I talk about humans, I say we. And I don't know if that's got to do with the fact that, folks have been like, oh, y'all white people, or I don't know if that's it, but I say we as humans. I look at male, female, white, black, Chinese, whatever. We're humans, because I feel like we're getting ready to leave Earth, and we can't do that as countrymen. Right. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's like, what if we meet aliens in space?
Well, even if they're other humans, we have to be Earthlings.
Yeah. Earthlings. Yeah. Earthlings. You can't meet somebody from fucking Pluto and be like, yeah, I'm from China.
Like, where the fuck is China? Yeah.
Wait a minute. I met a dude yesterday, said he was from New Zealand. Where in the fuck are y'all from? Right.
Or what's going on there?
What in the hell is wrong with you people? Why are y'all naming y'all's planet a bunch of different shit? There's no congruency. That's what y'all are missing. That's why y'all are throwing bombs at each other. I don't know, man. It's the lines that we draw, in between ourselves on every different. That's why I don't get down with flags, man.
No, dude, me with any of this shit, like religions, all the stuff, it's just separating people out.
Absolutely, man. It's drawing way too many unnecessary lines and lines that are hard to erase. Yeah. That's the thing with to me with religion. It's like, okay, yeah, we're at a place, it might do plenty of good for all kind of people. It has done exponentially more bad for so many other people over the span of time and around the world that your individual benefit from it doesn't make a fuck. It's like saying, yeah, these are great shoes, but they're only made in sweatshops, only by the youngest tiniest, most dexterous hands.
Yeah.
I don't want those shoes.
No.
I don't want those shoes. And you shouldn't want those shoes either. The leather's probably bad on them. The heel's probably going to break out. Who knows what the fuck is wrong with those shoes?
Yeah.
And so that's me with religion, man. It's like and most people that I know that are really religious are mostly totally sensible in every other aspect of their life.
Right.
Except for that one, and they get fucking nuts over it, and it prevents personal growth. It prevents the possibility of friends from other walks of life. It does so many things to keep you from experiencing the whole of things.
Yeah, dude, I had I love the guy to death. He's one of my good friends from growing up. But when I was in Arkansas, one of these past times, I took all the podcast stuff with me. And I had a podcast with a guy who's a preacher. Yeah. At a church. And I was trying to get to the bottom of things. And it wasn't
baiting the shit out of this dude.
I was trying to, but I was trying to do it in a nice way.
Yeah.
And all he would do is quote Bible verses.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're not giving me any of your own thoughts.
Right. Well, but that's what religion does.
Right.
It is answers for people who can't come up with them on their own.
Well, I know he can too. I'm like, I know this guy is smart enough to do this, but he didn't want to.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't stray from he spouted off some like term they use, which is, it's like by the Bible is what it's like means.
Doctrine. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever
fucking
the fucking
dogma.
Term. Yeah. But I was like, it didn't even make for a good conversation.
Yeah.
Like if all you can do is quote things from a book that was written whenever, then the conversation's not going to go anywhere.
You're giving me no original idea.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, this is and I guess I get that if you're basing your life on a book that was written by a whole bunch of people who didn't really have any intention on writing that book, honestly. Like they didn't want to write that book. They just had somebody telling them to write some fucking words down. So the whole book is based on unoriginal thought anyways. It's like everything that you hear in that book is the word of somebody else or fucking, is being relayed. It's an idea that's being relayed to you through somebody who got it from somebody else. So the whole book is nothing but unoriginal ideas. How can you, I don't know how people can get so rooted in that they close themselves off to the possibility of every fucking thing else.
I think it has to do with the fact that I can't give them answers either. And I think there's no one out here that knows what's actually going on, that knows the quote unquote truth about everything.
Yeah.
So that's at least something they think is the truth. And that's what gives them hope to believe in.
Well, they're told it's the truth.
Yeah.
Not only is it the truth, it's the good news.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think so.
That's the only thing I can think of to answer that question, because
tell me about the good news the morning that the fucking Crusades showed up on the doorstep. Tell me the good news that came from the Inquisitions when the Inquisitors came. What was the good news then? Your shit is gone.
Yeah.
All of what you believed is bullshit, and we are destroying every trace of it. That's the good news.
Yeah.
That's the root of the good news. And to me, that doesn't make any fucking sense. But then again, we were way more superstitious and prone to believe in mythical things back then.
Well, it makes sense whenever you don't have access to information.
Yeah.
Like you believe whatever you're told. Yeah. But nowadays that we have the internet and you have access to so much information, like, yes, it can be overwhelming, but at the same time, you can look up so many different things. You can cross-examine what you should believe in.
Absolutely.
But it's also like we were talking about with the whole, some people can't, separate themselves. They can't go inside of their brain and do certain things. A good example, that's there's some people that can't, if I say purple elephant wearing a pink tutu,
they can't even imagine.
They can't imagine what that even is. So the fact that people can't do that, I think it's hard for them to even cross-examine these ideas.
Yeah.
So they believe whatever they're told. And the fact that I can't tell them any different, like they believe whatever they want to.
And see, it is, I think that there's a lot of validity to what you're saying. And maybe that's why the two of us have decided to take that psychedelic route. Mm-hmm. I know for me, I'm rooted in the idea that we are born with intrinsic knowledge, that we have maybe not knowledge as we perceive it, but we are born with an understanding. And because we live in this completely unnatural environment, we get socialized to this. But I have to feel, because you know your consciousness fucking gnaws at you when you do something that you feel is not right, and that can contradict with everything that you've learned, everything that you've taught, everything that you have believed in yourself. Like, you believe a certain set of things mostly because the world around you has instilled that on you. But if you do something that may be not necessarily frowned on, okay, let's take religion and the persecution of homosexuals. There are a lot of people that don't accept homosexuality because of what it says in the Bible, even though you can look around and see that it works better, much better for some people. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, then it doesn't make any sense to me that if this book that you put so much value in does you so much good, but fucking alienates or harms so many other people, then how can you not see the parallels between that and homosexuality and erase the thing that fucking shines negative light on both of them?
Right.
You know, we're short-sighted as humans. We're super short-sighted. You know, I feel the same way about religion as I do largely about racism. It's like, we need to get over this. History is ugly. Mm-hmm. It's ugly. People in general seem to be, at least in the immediate proximity, seem to be doing better than they were 200 years ago. People, all of us, not a group of us, not a sex of us, a shade of us, people in general seem to be doing better. That does not come with happy, happy, joy, joy. Every bit of that improvement has come with struggle of some sort. And we're getting to a place today where we are trying to avoid all conflict. Man, that's a nowhere street. Right. That is a nowhere street. Now, I'm not saying we should be out there fighting each other all the fucking time, but man, oh man, does everything is either a race or a fight. It just is what it is. Life is struggle. Yeah. Life is struggle. You struggle to survive. And
well, that makes strong humans.
It does.
Like, it's everything in life. Like, even if you're going to one of the easy examples is going to the gym. Mm-hmm. You go to the gym, you apply stress to the muscle grows larger.
Yeah. It hurts at first. Yeah. Yeah. It hurts at first, but it will get better.
Same way with being a human. You apply stress to the human gets better.
Man, you know, and you see that in the immediate. Mm-hmm. That's something that's real easy for you to put together. Nobody even had to tell you that. It was something that you were doing, and it was like, oh, look at that. Mm-hmm. Man, if we were not as clouded by all this other shit out there, I think that we would be, so we call ourselves primitive way back in the day, right? More, not as sophisticated. But I feel if we could advance the knowledge without all of the extra distraction that goes along with attaining that knowledge, like the building of all of this excess shit, you know, if we could only do the necessary and still retain the knowledge, right, then to me, it seems like that's the way, the understanding of a thing without the proving of its, realization.
So in Hinduism, they call those sutras.
Okay.
Okay. So one of the things the sutras do in the book, The Science of Yoga, and they help me understand this, is they basically teach you how to think about things in the most minimal form.
Right. Yeah.
So if you start thinking about everything, you can almost take everything down to a positive and a negative.
Yeah.
Or,
I believe that. Yeah. Totally. Absolutely.
Well, another way I like to look at it is a sine wave. So this sine wave, like this right here, right? Sine wave, upward and then a downward, right? Everything in life, just positive, negative energy.
And they're never even on the down or up.
Though, well, actually, so here's the thing about the universe is it has to be balanced.
Yeah.
So overall. Yeah. So you can look at your entire life like it's a waveform, right? It's going up and down. So yeah, at the end of your life, it's going to be balanced. Or if it's not balanced, then guess what? You're coming back again.
Okay.
Like you have to keep going until it does get balanced.
Okay.
And that's where the whole reincarnation aspect comes in. Okay. But anyway, so if you're living a balanced life and you know these things, that everything is a positive and negative energy to it, then you can actually manipulate your life to work in your favor.
Yeah. Okay. You're talking about law of attraction.
Law of attraction, yes. But this is like how the fundamental aspects of it work.
Yeah.
So a good example of this is to say that whenever I park at my apartment, I always park the farthest I can away from my apartment.
Okay.
So I walk as far as I can, and I have to carry all my shit every time I do it. So I'm basically adding a negative energy to my life because I know that it's going to have to balance out the universe in my favor.
I like that.
So the universe has to work in my favor to balance out that positive aspect. Same way with going to the gym and working out. I don't want to get up every fucking day and go to the gym and work out, but I do it because I'm adding that negative in my life, which is building a positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, the universe has to work in my favor. And I think you can do this with all these things in your life. Like when it comes to something that you don't want to do, or you know you're going to struggle to do it, if you actually do it, you're going to build a better version of yourself.
Preempt that.
Yes.
And surpass it. Okay, I got you.
And the universe has to work in your favor because it has to be balanced. And especially if you're living a karma-free life, meaning that you're not still working on your past karmas, your past struggles. If you have caught up to yourself, then you can actually manipulate the future.
Okay. I got you. Well, hell, I'm going to see about implementing that. Cause like I do hold on to just like we were talking about earlier. I do hold on to past shit. I carry a lot of regrets.
Right.
And I know that you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't live a regretful life. You don't want regrets, but like hell, I can't imagine that they're not, some aren't fucking guaranteed.
Well, dude, I love your comedy style.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's a very unique comedy style. But it's so you.
Yeah. It really is.
That I think you bring a lot of that stuff into it though. Like, I can't, I don't know how to explain it.
Well, I'm very, I'm definitely not the everything's roses type person.
Right.
I'm not that because everything's not. And, everybody wants things delivered with a smile and this, that, and the other. It's like, nah, I'm trying, man, fuck that. Like, if we're going to talk about some shit, I don't want to waste my time talking about, like, we sat down and we hopped right into some shit.
Yeah.
Right into some shit. And that's, fuck, I know how you're doing. You're here. You're either pushing through or you're doing all right, but you're here. So I know that there's that. Let's fuck all the small talk. I asked you how you were doing the last time I saw you.
Right.
Like I said, fuck that shit. I got, if it's an open mic situation, I got at best 7 minutes, to fuck. I don't want if I can, I look like I should be in a boy band or fuck all that. Like I want to make you uncomfortable. My best friend said it, and I didn't realize that this was the case until he did say it, but he was like, man, I really love how you make them uncomfortable, only to pull them back in but only to make them uncomfortable again.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that was what I was doing, but it makes sense as to why, like a lot of my taglines, I get plenty of laughs on the joke, but for me, it's why so many jokes cut off at that one tag, at that one line, that punchline, and then boom, I'll be right into something else. Is because I find that my taglines, for the most part, are kind of it's only for me. The tagline is really only for me. If I'm making you uncomfortable and I get you to laugh at it, then I should take that win and go somewhere else, because my tagline is going to be like, yeah, you motherfucker. Yeah. It's like I do that one about Carl Circle, Lee Circle, and how we should find we need a new monument. We should find a guy named Carl. Hopefully it's spelled with a K, and we could call it Circle K.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Then it would be named after the guy who hangs out there the most and the longest running establishment on that circle. And, you know, it's like every time you passed it, you'd be like, shit, maybe I should check on Carl. You know? Yeah. You check on Carl. Yeah. You'd give him $1 the next time he asked you.
Did you have one about nitrous oxide one time?
Yeah, man.
I just wanted to fall on the goddamn floor.
Fucking dude. So
like, I don't want you to ruin your joke if you're gonna film this or anything.
The whole shit, like, so I love nitrous. I do. I love it. I love the effects of it, and I was doing a fuck ton of it, so much so that I ended up getting nerve damage from it. I went through a vitamin B12 deficiency over it. Lost control of my legs, was on a walker for a few days last year because of it. And people are like, well, how much nitrous were you doing? It's like, well, I was trying to replace the oxygen in my bloodstream. So that's how much. So much so that, you know, when you go to the dentist, they mix it with oxygen. I had a CPR mask that I hooked a hose to and hooked it straight to a tank. No oxygen other than what was coming in around the mask. I was just going fucking ham sandwich. And yeah, I got a B12 deficiency over it. But during that time when I was keeping tanks around the house, I went to the dentist, and that was that joke is almost verbatim what happened. They were trying to give me a shot in my mouth, and I was like, fuck y'all a bunch. You know, like, you're going to have to do, this is it. This is how it goes. You're either going to have to strap my head to this chair, or you're going to have to put me on the gas. And so he put me on the gas, and he came back in and he was like, let me know when it feels like you've had a couple of beers. It's like, Doc, I don't know if you know this about me or not, but I don't drink. So a couple of beers, this is New Orleans. That's breakfast. Yeah. I am the kind of guy who might have a nitrous tank at the house. You're going to have to turn this shit up. And he did. And then he came back and he was like, how about now? How about now? How you feel? I was like, Doc, I can still hear your music. If that tells you anything. Yo, and your track selection sucks, man. What's going on with you? You're black. You're from New Orleans. You got Kenny G on the. What is going on in this place? Turns out it was all nitrous. The doc was black, but it was not Kenny G. There was a live band in the dentist office. I was like, nah, yeah, man, that shit was fucked up, dude. I don't do well with shots, especially in my face. I have been drunk, but never any time during any of those drinking experiences was I like, yo, grab that syringe. Yeah, come over here and stick this in my gums. How about that? It's just not my style. So yeah, that whole joke. I'm glad you like that joke. It's a fun one to tell, and Doc still gets a kick out of it. Still to this day, I go in. He's like, we're not putting you on that gas today. Fuck, because that's the only reason I came. Yeah, man.
Brandon, we have to cut it out here. Where can the people follow you?
Dude, well, I'm at Brandon Bruffett Comedy, BRANDON BRUFFETT Comedy across social medias. That's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and you can catch me all over town, all over the country, doing comedy wherever I can, man. Wherever I'm not shadow banned. Kyle, thanks for having me on today, man. This has been a blast.
Dude, love it, man.
My first podcast was right here at this same table with the young phenom Pickle. Appreciate y'all, what y'all are doing here, man. Y'all, this birthed some good things coming out of here, and the scenery has been amazing.
Right.
So,
yeah, it's the best part about this podcast, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I even came on time for it.
You did, yeah.
I put a shirt on. I combed my hair.
Dude, we've also done
woke up early
2 hours. Hell and it doesn't seem like it,
No, man, it's a great talk.
That's how you know it's a good podcast.
It's
when the time just fucking goes.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. I appreciate the time.
Thank you, brother.
You bet.